All right, folks, let's get right into this one. Foreclosure bans. Foreclosure bans are ending, and so we've so far with the fiscal cliffs that we cover here on this channel, eviction bans have ended. Landlords are now going through the eviction process on tenants. Some are already coming to market. I'm seeing new inventory coming. I'm seeing these landlords tapping out, and this trend will continue. Mortgage forbearance. People are going to have to start making their mortgage payments again, and a lot of them aren't going to be able to do that. Unemployment benefits are ending, yet unemployment claims are rising. That's a bad recipe for disaster there. And so this is the perfect storm right now to really produce some pain in the housing market. And like I've mentioned in previous videos, everything hinges on the housing market. If the housing market fails, everything fails. And one of the things I really want to talk about before I get specifically into the banks getting ready to move forward with pre-foreclosure proceedings on non-paying homeowners, which is millions. I really want to talk about some of the market shifts that are going on, because we need to a lot of it is echoing what we saw in 2008. And as somebody who lived through that last downturn, who's somebody who short sold a house in that last downturn, where a lot of content creators today they only know this market. They've never lived firsthand through a housing downturn or had to offload a house themselves. They might get to know what that feels like here at moving forward. And I just sometimes think we have to be careful taking financial advice or letting some kid tell you how to live your life that's never known any other market than the one we're in. The longtime agents that I talk to absolutely understand this is a bubble. The market will shift, and it's going to do it this time. There's just no way around that. I wish I could tell you differently. I wish I could come here and tell you everything's going to be rainbows and sunshine. It won't. Stimulus has ended. Unemployment benefits are ending. Global economic pain is running rampant. This the perfect storm to not only produce a correction. A recession and depression are probably the more likely scenarios. One of the things we have to look at, folks, is I believe this could be the biggest fiscal cliff of all. I think this fiscal cliff is going to be bigger than unemployment benefits ending. I think this fiscal cliff is going to be bigger than mortgage forbearance ending. I think this fiscal cliff is going to be bigger than eviction bans ending. And while any one of those could definitely, and it already is, creating market shifts as we just now are entering in, I think by this winter, we're going to see these things really start to play out. This could be a crazy Christmas. Please, please, please be careful in these times. We have supply chain issues, the cost of living going through the roof. Mainstream media and government is not going to create panic. They are holding a lot of things to their chest right now. Please, please, please read between the lines, look between the cracks. There's a lot of cracks in our economy. One of the things this is the big one. And like I said, this I believe is going to produce a much bigger impact than the other fiscal cliffs. Banks have been handcuffed by the government, unable to pursue foreclosures for almost 2 years. That's a lot of pent up inventory. And banks, believe me, they are much more efficient than mom and pop landlords when it comes to offloading properties. They are chomping at the bit to get their hands on these properties and liquidate assets and minimize risk as quickly as possible. And we've never seen in history where they have banned banks from being able to foreclose on non-paying owners. I mean, I could almost just turn off the camera right there. That is insanity, folks. Wrap your head around that. We have never seen in history the banks unable to foreclose on distressed properties. And right now we're talking millions of what's on their books as distressed, non-paying homeowners. And we are not even talking about commercial real estate. Wow. Commercial real estate is just in big trouble. The only spaces I am seeing get filled in commercial real estate right now are places that are basically, we're able to negotiate some smoking deals. And these places that are doing okay in this type of economy, like, basically fast food and things like that. You're seeing no retailers. Retailers are moving out. There's a lot of commercial places sucking air. So with the foreclosure ban, what's happening now, and I've been reporting, this has been happening for an agent, a card-carrying MLS member, targeting banks and companies working for banks, targeting agents, onboarding them to train them on how to sell distressed properties. It is coming. I wish I could. I mean, it's so hard for me to really sugarcoat this as much as I want to. As a salesman, I'm sure most of you can tell this guy's a salesman. And I'm not a doom and gloomer. I'm a realist, folks. That is what I am. I'm a realist. I want people to wake up to see that this market had parachuted stimulus money into it to prop it up. It is completely euphoric and propped up by the government stimulus programs. The economic repercussions now are starting to play out in the form of the cost of living rising and global economy, supply chains crumbling. Insane. So what we're going to see next, folks, in closing thoughts moving forward, is this foreclosure ban is going to be lifted, and I believe by around Christmas time, we're going to see foreclosures start to. It could be a painful Christmas. I hate to say it because I love Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorite times of year. This could be a painful Christmas for many Americans, and a lot of you watching, and friends, we got a lot of viewers from outside America, from outside the good old USA, reporting on massive issues in their countries. I think we all understand this is a global bubble we're in. This is global. People either being locked down or power shut off or real estate companies crumbling. The stock market is like a yo-yo. This is the perfect storm. We're one hiccup away from a full-blown collapse. And I hate to say that because I would love nothing more to just come on here and promote myself as a real estate agent and give you this hot tips on how to buy, and we'll probably get to that. But right now, I'm not going to get the cart in front of the horse. Right now, I'm going to continue to sound the alarm. This is the time to be level-headed, earn your wealth, goal-oriented, no free handout mentality. And I would never suggest anybody to do that, something that I'm not doing myself. Insulate yourself with cash. Save your cash for the crash. Save it for a rainy day. I don't care what you're saving it for. Do not go get under new payments. Do not go leverage yourself. Do not go overpay for real estate. The people that overpaid for real estate now are seeing their dollar not go as far, and their cost of living is going up, but their payments definitely not going down. They're underneath huge house payments and it's becoming more expensive for them to live. They're coming to market soon too. The next fiscal cliff is foreclosure bans. I believe the foreclosure bans, because the banks are so efficient, they're going to scoop up properties, and we're going to see that. And I don't think it's like this will grab headlines. This one will grab headlines because the banks, we're talking about the banks now, not just little common people here with a couple rentals here and there. These are banks with millions of people behind on payments the second they can foreclose. It's not going to be mom and pop landlords, or this is going to be huge. So I wanted to continue to come sound the alarm, folks. Please remain level-headed right now. I know for a lot of us, we're getting out and we feel like some of these things are in our rear-view mirror now. Do not let them get too far in that old rear-view mirror. Remain realist. Let's monitor this one. I'm doing my best to come. I know you're busy. I'm busy. I'm doing my best to come let you know these are things I'm seeing as a boots on the ground frontline agent, heat mapping and temperature checking as active clients. Market shifts are happening right now. I want to create investors here. The first thing I have to do is get you safe on the sidelines with your cash. Then we can start talking about how much cash we're going to need to get in there and buy, get you into that property, get you into that investment property, get you into that dream home. Whatever your needs are, I am here to help. I really hope you understand that. So, hope that helps a little bit. If you enjoyed the content, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below. Go make it count today, and we'll see you on the next video.